My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just me. So, the Flash movie. The movie that's been in more production nightmares than any other movie in the DC universe. I think. I don't know, but this movie has been announced over 10 years ago, almost. Ish. And since then, it's gone through problem after problem after problem after problem after problem. This director team leaves, and then this director leaves, and then this director leaves, and then this producer leaves, and then this has a full page one rewrite, and then Ezra Miller gets way too involved, and then obviously COVID happened, and then Ezra Miller gets into, shall we say, questionable situation after questionable situation. It's been pretty tough. What can I tell you? I've honestly, like a lot of people, have gone to the point where I honestly never thought this movie would ever even get made. I never thought this movie would even happen. I'm actually shocked that I have tickets for it. And actually, you know what? Until after I see the movie, I still won't believe that this movie actually happened. But you know what? I'm here now, and this is really what we're here for. To see this guy right here, Batman. Yeah, everyone goes to the Flash movie to see Batman because that's the world we live in right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not particularly happy that Ezra Miller is still attached to this franchise. I liked him at I liked them, because I believe that's how they choose to identify these days. I liked them as Flash in the DC movies, the other DC movies. But I mean, ever since 2020, my opinion of Ezra Miller has just gone down and down and down and down and down and down and down. And until now, I'm like, why are they even allowed to play a character in such a big franchise when people were fired for less? I don't understand that, but you know what? Like I said, I'm here to see Michael Keaton as Batman again. And I'm doing this for this guy right here, my man, my friend, my Ben Rayner, who unfortunately could not be with us today, or any other day for that matter. This was his most anticipated movie of all time, and well, of the year at least. And it sucks that he'll never get to see it on this mortal plane, but I'm taking this shirt with me as a reminder of him, and also as if he's actually watching the movie with me. So hope this movie is good, and I'll see you when I come out of it. Goodbye. Flash, 100-yard dash. Guess that reference if you're cool enough. So, the Flash movie that just finally came out. I said up top of the first half of this video that I still can't believe this movie is actually coming out finally after all the problems it went through. And now that it actually came out and I did see it, I finally do believe. Now, what do I think about it? First of all, let me just open up by saying I loved it. I don't just like it, I loved it. It is not a perfect movie by any chance, by any stretch of the imagination. Don't go let your minds wander off. There are some problems with this movie, narratively and just, film-wise. There's a lot of comedic moments that didn't really work for me. Some certain plot points that I felt were overused, certain overused jokes, and just, character stuff that, you know what, if it works for you, that's cool. Did not work for me. But overall, on the larger scale of things, I did love the full complete package, warts and all. Now, I will say this does not by any stretch of the imagination redeem Ezra Miller for me. The stuff that they are involved with, have been involved with, and potentially will be involved with in the future, does not. There's no fixing those. But gotta say, Ezra Miller makes a great Flash. Now, this isn't to say that I don't like the Flash from the TV show anymore. which I'm certainly realizing I forgot the name of the actor because it's been way too long since I've seen that show. But regardless, I still prefer the TV Flash, but Ezra Miller's a great Flash. He's a really, really good. They are really, really good Flash on the whole. Um, and first of all, straight off the bat, the movie budget effects work so much better for the Flash than they do on television. And I'm sorry, I love the TV show, or used to love it, I suppose, but there is a limit to what they can do with that type of character on television, and the movie really did take this character and gave us the full potential of what we can experience with a character like the Flash. But on the whole, you may have already guessed that there is some connection to the Flashpoint storyline from the comics. This is not a direct translation of comic to film, but it is an adaptation, which at the end of the day, that's what these comic book movies are supposed to be. They don't have to be direct translation of comic books to film. They just have to be an adaptation, do your own thing. And they did it. The movie does it. The movie does its own thing, and that's great. A little question some of the decisions they made in the adaptation itself, but on the whole, like I said, I loved the majority of the movie. Ezra Miller, you may have already seen from the trailers that there are two Ezra Millers in this movie, and both of them are great. They are really, really good. Ezra Miller just... The range that Ezra Miller has in acting-wise is incredible. It's just a shame that, they choose to do some questionable stuff behind the camera, but we're not going to get into that again. And you know what? Ezra Miller is not alone. There are several supporting characters in this movie, some of which are actually with Ezra Miller for the majority of the movie, and there's a great supporting cast here. Obviously, again, no surprise there. You've seen it in the trailers. Batman's here, and we got several Batmen in this movie. Not gonna say how many, but there are more than one Batman here. And you know what? I think Ben Affleck is still a good Batman. Warts and all, everything that happened with, the DC movies. You can say what you want. I think Ben Affleck, if given a standalone movie, could have been a really good Batman. But obviously, I think the big question, the big thing here, and the reason why I'm wearing this shirt right here, Michael Keaton's Batman is back, and he is glorious. Batman and me and Ben had our disagreements on this. The Michael Keaton Batman has never been my favorite Batman. That honor still belongs to the late, great, legendary Kevin Conroy. May he rest in peace. But Michael Keaton, I think, in this movie is, and Ben might disagreement with me on this, I think he is a better Batman in this movie than in Batman 1989. I still love Batman Returns with Michael Keaton. I think that might be my favorite Batman, but I mean, Michael Keaton, God, he looks great at his age. Like I wish I looked that good in my age, as good as Michael Keaton looks like in his age. Holy crap! But yeah, he still got it. He is Batman, and no one's ever gonna change that. He is the Batman, and he's definitely risen up the ranks as far as favorite Batmans for me at the moment, thanks to this movie. Now, you've probably already seen it in the poster behind me. So yeah, Supergirl is also in this movie. And obviously, if you're familiar with the storyline from the comics, I'm not going to give it too much away, but they more or less are faithful to that. And the actress playing her, I apologize, I haven't had sufficient enough time to look at the credits and memorize her name just yet, but she was really good for a specific interpretation of Supergirl. Let's put it that way. It was a very specific version of Supergirl that could be interpreted as one note, but she does have several facets to it, and she did bring a lot to the role with the material she was given. I think this is one of those cases where the actress went above and beyond what was required of her in the script, and that's really good. And sad to say, that's really all there is to talk about as far as cast goes. I mean, there are more characters in this movie, but none of them get the enough screen time to be worth mentioning in this review. And just, the storyline itself, as expected, gets a little convoluted, especially where it diverges, from the comic book storyline. And like I said, I've seen the comic book storyline twice, comics and the animated movie. So this movie does something different, and I appreciate that. I love that. It is still firmly within the established timeline of the DC movies universe, and it's good. It's a good change, and there's some really good lessons to be learned for the characters and the audience from watching this movie. Now, here's where I kind of get to the downside: is it still firmly establishes that DC still don't know what they want their superhero movie universe to be. But you know what? It's not a problem anymore. It doesn't bother me. I mean, as long as they can keep making movies, and as long as most of them are good, like this movie and like the new Shazam movie, which I actually liked. I don't know what people didn't like about it, but as long as they just keep making good movies, that's really all I care about. They don't have to connect. But, they do their own thing, Marvel does their own thing, and as long as I get to enjoy and get all the bang for my buck at the end of the day, that's all I really care about. So, The Flash, I say, is one of the better DC superhero movies of late, in recent years. Definitely better than Black Adam. I liked Black Adam, but, it wasn't great by any chance. It wasn't even, I wouldn't even say that it was good. It was just, fun, nice, whatever. So, again, they clearly don't have a plan. They don't know what they want that universe to be. They don't know where their characters are going. They're just shooting blindly into the darkness. And you know what? They hit most of the targets that they shoot at. So, what else can you say about it? So, yeah, there is a post-credit scene after all the credits have ended. It's not, and again, there is no plan. There is no direction. So, don't expect the post-credit scene to set up another big major event in the movies, but it is definitely worth a watch. It's one of those funny post-credit scenes, and I happen to really, really enjoy it. I laughed out loud during that post-credit scene. I'm not going to say what was in that post-credit scene, but it's definitely worth the watch. It's definitely worth the wait. So, yeah, The Flash. Go see it. You're probably going to have a good time. I mean, it's not as good of a time travel / multiverse storyline that the Doctor Strange movie was, or the two Spider-Man movies were, Across the Spider-Verse and No Way Home. So it's still good. It's still fun. It's enjoyable, and really, that's really all I care about when watching movies. I don't need my movies to connect. I just need to enjoy them, and this movie delivers tenfold on that one. So thank you for watching. If you have, leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know what you think about the Flash movie. And do you think it's a good idea that the DC movies don't necessarily have a plan or direction or even connectivity? That just, movies didn't happen to exist in the same universe with the same lineup of characters being played by the same actors. Even sometimes storylines affect one another, but not in really in big major ways. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and I will see you in the next movie. Goodbye. Hi there. Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.